Hello guys, in this video I'm going to explain to you how I manifested my specific person, my girlfriend, the do's and don't do's that I did, and the things that I refused to do as a conscious manifester, as a conscious operating power of my reality. So I'm going to choose some words that will specifically imply the meaning that I am going to send out to you. So when I first saw her, when I first observed her in my reality, I picked her because I liked the vessel. So to be honest, I simply picked her because I liked the vessel. Any other reason of picking your specific person is unacceptable, because you manifest the behavior, you manifest the voice, you manifest everything. So your choice should solely be based on their vessel, which by the way you manifested. So I picked her up upon her vessel. I liked her vessel. And the moment I saw her, I said, she is mine, because I know that I have the power and I have the free will to decide who I'm going to manifest my relationship with, like who is going to be the actor, who is going to be the actress in this scenario of being in a wonderful relationship. So I picked her, I decided she's mine. And to be honest, that's about that. Like, I didn't do anything else in regarding to consciously manifesting her. I didn't do techniques, I didn't do affirmations. Basically it was just one decision. Now, about the things that I didn't do, well, first of all, I didn't treat her like the prize. I didn't treat her like I was gaining this trophy of a woman. I didn't view her as a trophy as a woman. I viewed her as something that is taken for granted. So she's in my reality, I put her there, therefore she's for me, she's mine, right? I didn't ask for her permission. Second, I didn't ask for her permission mentally. I wasn't doing it from a state of, oh, I need to convince her mind through telepathy or I don't know, mental conversations, having mental conversations to convince her that her choosing me is a good option, because she's unable to choose. She doesn't have free will, so she's unable to choose. By default, she chooses me because she's in my world, she's my creation, okay? So I didn't view her as a prize, therefore I didn't put her on a pedestal. I didn't ask for her permission. Third, I didn't allow circumstances or past assumptions come between me and my manifestation, which was at the time and now continues to be a wonderful relationship with her, a love relationship with her. That means I didn't use my old assumptions to think about her in a way that could in a way that would not help me, in a way that would go against me. So for example, she is an independent woman, so to speak, and she has her own job, she has her own money. But I didn't use that against me, like she doesn't need me or she doesn't appreciate me, etc., etc., etc. All the money that she has, all the jobs that she has, it's my manifestation, because she cannot manifest anything. Therefore, I gave her the status that she has in my 3D world, okay? So check with you and view whether you've put your specific person on a pedestal. What are the reasons that you've put your specific person on a pedestal? No matter the reason, you should never praise them for that specific reason, because let's just say the sex is great, or you like the way he behaves, or you like the way he treats you, or etc., etc., or he has a lot of money, he has a lot of friends. All these things that you describe your specific person to be and have, you're the one manifesting it for them. So they are that way because you created them that way. They have the status and the money because you gave them the status and the money, okay? So if you can view, like if I make an analogy, let's just say, for example, you want to buy a new phone and the new phone is in the shelf, it's waiting for you to buy it. That's the same, and then to use it. That's the same analogy that it goes for a specific person, because we cannot be bullshitting you here. I cannot be bullshitting you and saying, hey, you know, they have no free will, but you can treat them like I don't know, like people with their own soul and their own mind. No, because free will implies they don't have thoughts of their own, they're unable to make decisions. That means that you're making the decisions for them, and if you decide that they are yours, they're gonna be yours. They have no choice but to be yours. Now, sometimes when you play this game and you immerse yourself so much in the game, you can get caught in the game and believe that this is really truly happening and coming from them. So the way I managed to keep my relationship was by understanding that she's a product of my imagination. She's a byproduct of what I decide her to be. And if we are to go on a general level, she is part of a scenario that I manifest for myself. So there is her, in your case, your specific person. And secondly, there is, on a more generally speaking view, your scenario, which is your scenario because you want the concept of love to happen with them. Okay, so you should also care about the concept of love. Now, what are your assumptions towards the concept of love? In my opinion, in my case, I knew that it was my birthright to have a wonderful relationship. I knew that the concept of love and relationship had no other choice but to be as I said it's going to be. So for many of you that are still confused and think that I have to get all these assumptions and I have to rewind my subconscious mind or I have to influence myself, no, a simple decision is enough, because no matter what you've thought, no matter what you've assumed for years, it stops the moment you said it stops. Remember, you manifest out of thin air every second. Nothing is continuous. So the moment you said, no, this is going to be my life from now on, this is how it's going to be. No amount of assumptions that you have in the past could possibly have any power or linger in your 3D reflected reality. I'm gonna refer to the 3D as a reflected reality because the 3D was never the reality you were. So don't allow past assumptions, past beliefs, and don't think that I have to rewire them or I have to, I have to convince myself of the opposite. No, you don't have to do anything. You just have to take the conscious decision that as a conscious creator, as the conscious operative power of my reality, I'm going to allow myself to have this, because what we're doing here, we're learning to allow ourselves to have our birthright. Because the no was never an option in the first place. But many of us entertain the no as if it was the ultimate scenario, that it was the outcome, and then we try to prevent through affirmations and through whatever technique, we try to prevent the no from happening. So you're starting from the premise that the no is there, set in stone. Another thing that I did is, and manifest my specific person, was that I stopped talking shit about myself. I was on top of my thoughts, and whenever I might have thought something against myself, let's just say, for example, she didn't call me because she's hanging out with her friends. Her friends are more important than me. I'm just going to give an example. So this would be me talking shit about myself, or it's putting myself below an yet unmanifested circumstance, because what you're entertaining in your mind, it's not yet manifested. It's just a possible scenario out of infinite scenarios. So when you're treating this unmanifested circumstance as if it's already so, then guess what? That's what's going to show up in your reality. So whenever I would get thoughts like this, I would understand that, hey, these thoughts have not yet manifested, so why am I even entertaining this? If I continue to do this, then I'm going to expect them to manifest, because that's what I'm entertaining in my mind. So get on top of your thoughts, treat yourself as a prize, because you are. Stop hurting yourself, stop talking shit about yourself, and understand that whatever you want to manifest, it's your birthright. They have no choice. It has to be so, okay? The concept has no choice. Your specific person has no choice. It has to be so because you said so. And then you decide, what do you want? Do you want them madly obsessed with you, madly in love with you? Whatever it is that you want, it's capable. They are able to do it, okay? This is all for today, guys. I love you so much.